Each summer, the Mississippi Band of Choctaw Indians holds the Choctaw Indian Fair to celebrate their heritage, and everyone's invited to join in the celebration. At the fair, you'll find dancing, music, stickball, crafts, and even princesses.
I'm very lucky to be here with Miss Amy Cheyenne Willis, the 2009-2010 Choctaw Indian Princess. And Amy, thank you so much for talking with us.
Well, halito, and thank you for having me here.
Halito, which is
hello in Choctaw. Mm-hmm.
So tell me a little bit about the pageant itself. How did you become a Choctaw Indian Princess?
Well, of course, there are applications you have to fill out, and there's a lot of mandatory meetings that you have to go to. It's just the talent practices, the pageant practices, and of course, there's different, requirements that are asked of the girls to be able to showcase during the pageant. Of course, there's the traditional wear that you have to wear, which is your traditional dress. You have your evening wear, you have your interview, your on-stage question, and of course, your talent show. So that's pretty much all basic what kind of covers what you have to do in order to get princess. When we have our Choctaw Indian Fair, this is our time to promote our people, given like sharing our culture with everybody. It's not something that we just want to keep hidden. We're wanting to preserve it. So we're wanting to be able to, let as many people as we know, to let them know about what we have to offer here. Of course, we have our Choctaw dancing that we have three different categories they do: social dancing, war dancing, and animal dancing. And they all have very symbolic meanings. For instance, like one of my favorites is the raccoon dance. When you think of raccoons, I think of playful animals. So they're like running all around, chasing after each other. The same thing in our dances. That's what they do. They run after each other in and out between persons. And that's something that, one of my dances that I hold very, very dearly. And along with the stickball games, back then it wasn't featured as just entertainment. That was something that settled disputes and wars against people. It was called Little Brother of War.
I heard several of the pageant contestants last night mention the Indian taco. What is an Indian taco?
Oh, that is the best ever. Okay, on a regular taco, you have your regular, your ground beef, your lettuce, your cheese, of course, pecani sauce, or whatever you like to top it off with.
Guacamole.
Oh, yeah. Big guacamole. You ever guacamole? Oh, good. Well, instead of using a hard shell taco, we use our traditional fry bread. And it's kind of like, the best way I can explain it is if you've ever tasted a funnel cake, it's like that bread but without the sugar, and it is a whole thing. It's kind of like a bowl. And you just like, man, I think about this, I say, man, I'm so hungry I ate the bowl. You literally eat the bowl. So it is very, very good, and hopefully you'll be able to try some.
We're gonna have an Indian taco.
I do love learning by eating, but before snack time, we wanted to experience the Choctaw Ways path. First stop, bead making.
Pony beads or the star beads?
What's your recommendation?
I'm gonna take pony beads.
All right, we'll do pony beads
Okay.
then.
Get 2 beads, put it in the center, and let the strings come together. This string goes through this way.
This way?
Uh-huh. I do beadwork, and on my beadwork, I put a miscolored bead that doesn't match in there for a purpose. And people say, "Oh, you messed up. You didn't put the right color bead in there." I said, "No. The reason why I put that miscolored bead in there is because nobody's perfect."
Right, how do I say thank you?
Yeah.
In
Okay.
Choctaw? Yakoki. Yakoki.
Okay.
All right, well, we have successfully achieved bead making, and now we'll see if they're ready to show us something about making miniature drums.
Oh,
Good?
okay.
All right, we'll see if they're ready.
Well, I learned a few things about Choctaw drums. They're used at stickball matches and to introduce traditional dancing, and I'm awful at making them.
See, once again, the princess, far more skilled than I am.
Okay. Just tie it.
My
people-
drum is in intensive care right now. I needed surgery. We have successfully completed drum making. We're gonna see if we need rabbit sticks and yakoki. Yakoki.
Yakoki.
Thank you. Thank you. What is rabbit stick throw, or why
Rabbit
is
sticks.
this?
Rabbit sticks are one of our ways that was made for hunting.
Well, this will be my first time. This is another thing. I'm a novice. I cannot say I've ever thrown a stick at a rabbit or any animal. Actually, haven't thrown any sticks.
Well, whenever you're hunting, if you're hungry, you're gonna do what you gotta do.
I was over his head, but I was closer.
Almost.
That was, I think, off the
Woo.
rim.
I want the squirrel. It's got an acorn, so it's extra prize goes with the squirrel.
Oh!
It's like going past him. Oh, well, that was way off. Oh, look, went over its head. Well, I guess we're starving tonight.
No.
No animals were harmed
No
in the
animals
making
were
of this segment.
Trying our hand at traditional activities along the Choctaw Ways Path was fun, but I was truly impressed with the beauty and skill we found in the Arts Pavilion. The handmade artwork was not only colorful but also rich with history. Sunburst beadwork depicting the all-important source of light, double weave baskets once used to carry water.
Doing pretty good. Well, this is the famous basket maker, Miss Eleanor.
And after admiring the arts and crafts, it was time to experience the culinary arts in the form of the Indian taco.
Indian taco.
There's going to be no pretty way to eat this, is there?
Nope.
We're just gonna
There's
have
no
to-
pretty way to eat it.
All right.
Usually what I do is just tear a piece of fry bread off.
All right. Tear a piece of fry bread off.
And then you can eat it with your meat and your cheese and your lettuce. It's very hot. So I'm pretty sure they just now gave you like a good cooked one. Exactly.